everybody, and thank you so much for joining us for Empowered for Balance. And today we're going to talk about exercise. I don't know if you're like me, but that's one of the things that I really struggle with. And, I have found that a lot of the women that I work with also have that challenge where we try to start an exercise routine. We try to put ourselves into it. Sometimes we go for a month, sometimes we go for a week, sometimes we go for just a day, and then we give up on it. So what could we be doing wrong? How can we introduce exercise into our everyday routine? And then that way it becomes part of our lifestyle. So today I have Coach Cailah, one of my favorite people, joining us. And I'm super excited to have her here. Hello, Coach Cailah. How are you?
I'm wonderful, Alma. Thank you for having me on your podcast, on your YouTube channel. This is awesome. I'm excited.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about you. I know you, but you tell us about you.
Yeah. So guys, my name is Coach Cailah. I am an online personal trainer and nutrition coach. So what I do is I bring the health, the fitness, the nutrition, the information, the accountability, and the plan directly to you. I built my own app where I deliver those programs. We also do our Zoom workouts, and you have your custom meal plans and all. So again, I'm an online health and nutrition coach. Prior to COVID, I traveled the country speaking on health, wellness, and fitness, in addition to my online program. So my traditional education is in exercise science and exercise physiology, as well as coaching and nutrition. So I've been in the field for 14, going on 15 years now. And there's a lot of fun stories, clients, that I have that just bring such an interesting light to the story. And I'm glad to share. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you.
Yep. And I'm so happy you took time off your busy schedule to join us, because I know you have a lot going on. So that's good. So yes, so exercise, that word, it's like it's so intimidating, for some of us. Maybe for you, no, but for people like me, it is very intimidating. So can you tell us, how can we introduce exercise into our already busy lives? And I'm not talking about just a challenge, maybe a one-time thing, but how can we add that to our lifestyle and to our self-care plan, so that we can be more healthy?
I think the word that you said that is most important is the plan. We've got to incorporate it as a part of our self-care, because it's about loving ourselves. And that is just a way that we can love ourselves. We show ourselves love by how we value our body, how we value our health, value the vehicle that God has given us to do his will, to do his work, so a lot of times we can let that fall through because it can be hard. We can be the superwoman. We can, we can have the major career, have the trophy husband, have the model kids, be the PK. I'm a PK, right? So be the PK, which is the preacher's kid, or be the preacher's wife. We can have this life that is supposed to be perfect. But while everything else is showing up, with our level of perfection we give it, we fall short sometimes. And a lot of times, specifically women, we can fall short in our own personal health, right? Whether that's mental health, right? Whether that's emotional health, spiritual wellness wise. But again, when we talk about the body, we want to look at what is the plan, right? So when we make a plan for something, that means that we are planning, that we're creating steps to get towards a goal. So if we can understand, why am I doing this? Why should I even think about it? Why should I have to? Some people's goal might be, hey, high school reunion coming up, college reunion, girlfriend's cruise, or a wedding, or whatever. And then others may be more serious, like, the doctor said I need to lose this weight, or I want to get off this medication, or I want to reduce my A1C levels. So no matter the reason why, we've got to kind of identify it. And sometimes it becomes more. So I always tell people step one is write down your whys. So list every single why possible that you can think of for why we should put ourselves through this torture to change our bodies, right? Yeah. Whether it's egotistical, like I look too good, I need to have this, or whether it's a serious, right, kind of medical, or whatever it is. So list out all of the whys. That's step one. Okay. Before we even start, before we make the plan, list out all the whys. Step one. Step two, we've got to be realistic. There's always a flip side to the coin. So we need to list out all of the why nots, right? So if we can list out our hindrances, or if we can list out those potential pitfalls that we may have or hurdles we have to, get over long down the road, we can be aware of them.
Yeah.
So if we have a list of, 15 whys, and we've got a list of 7 why nots, okay, I'm in a really good position to be successful and continually have that success, right? That's a perfect situation. But there are a lot of times where some people may have more why nots as to the why, right? Now, it could be anything from, oh, it's hard. Exercise is hard, right? Or I don't
That's
have
me.
any see, or I don't have any time in my schedule, or I can't afford a gym membership, or I'm not going to the gym because the coronavirus is real, right? Or it could be some of those things, or it could be something more serious, or I mean, not say serious, but it could be something more internal, like I just got a perm. I don't like to sweat. I literally had a client cancel a program because she did not like sweating out her hair. And it's just like,
whoa.
For me, blew my mind. But the older I got and the more I was able to kind of assess the situation, her why nots were bigger than her whys. It's just like, okay, my hair is, this in her voice, like my hair is my crown. Like I'm a model. I do this. People always compliment me on my hair. Like that is my crown jewel. And she wasn't willing to let her crown jewel kind of maybe tip to the side a little bit, as compared to her body. So she would rather have a bomb blowout than she would and a good looking body. So for her priorities were a little different. Now for me as a trainer, or for herself, you have to understand what is the why nots, right?
Yeah.
And then let's say that again. Step one, what are the whys? Step two, what are the why nots, right? List out your why nots. Now, if your why nots, hair, sweat, gym, I don't like it, I don't want to. If your why nots outweigh your whys, we need to start addressing those why nots.
Wow.
Right? So we've got to start looking like, okay, well, I don't want to, my why not to exercise or eating healthy is because healthy food tastes bad. Right? Now, then you come to somebody like Coach Cailah, and Coach Cailah will tell you, girl, let me send you one meal and let me give you one recipe, right? And so sometimes it becomes just the educational component to it. My why not usually can be addressed by a here's how to. Right? So in the example of the person that's saying, well, I don't want to work out, I don't want to eat healthy because healthy food tastes nasty. Then it's about, okay, here's how I can get over that why not and say, all right, how can I make healthy food taste good? Right? So one of the things I offer in all of my programs is literally a herbs and spices cookbook that shows you how to combine different herbs and spices for different flavors, whether it be you want to have Caribbean food. Okay. It gives you the specific spice combinations that's common in that culture. Or you want to have Japanese food. Here's the combinations of this, so on and so forth. So there are ways, right? Now, when we come across those things like, well, I don't like getting my hair sweated out, then we can say, is it really that serious? I mean, you should be natural anyway, so then we can, we can have those real conversations.
Yeah.
Sometimes those conversations are within self. Yeah. And other times those conversations are with people like you and I. They're coaches that can really help them understand and assess that aspect of their life to say, like, sis, you tripping, like this, is this really real? Is this, what it is? So step one, write down the whys. Step two, write down the why nots. And if the why nots outweigh the whys, step three or step two, subsection A, is to address those points and try and eliminate it from the why not category. Okay? Yeah. Then we have the set motivation to go. because my whys will always and should always outweigh my why nots. So
Wow.
then I know that, okay, well, why exercise? Let me look at my list. This, and this, right? Or let me look in the mirror butt naked. There's a big why I should, so there are processes that can help get us to be motivated to do something. And sometimes that motivation is outside a coach. It's outside a motivational video. Like, it's not extrinsic, Jesus. It's not extrinsic. Motivation should be intrinsic.
Yeah.
It should come from self. Because if it comes from me and one day I miss your text message or I miss a phone call, you're going to fall off the wagon because, oh, Coach Cailah, Coach Amma didn't motivate me. But if it comes from you, you will always have that ability to self-regulate and say, okay, my whys outweigh my why nots.
Wow. Wow. It's amazing what you're talking about, because every time I have tried introducing exercise into my life, there hasn't been anything like that. It's just been, okay, yes, some wise. Yeah, I need to lose these few pounds. I need to do this. And then I go straight to creating a plan. So I have never done that mindset work. And so now you're making me realize that exercise is not just about signing up for a gym membership and just getting it's so funny because when I want to do it, then I'm going to the store and I'm buying myself a new, jog pants and everything, getting all set up for it. It's not about that. The most important thing is doing the whys and the why nots. It's in the head. Wow. Wow.
Absolutely. Like, we
Wow.
miss that. Like, we think that the reason for exercise, should be common enough, right? Well, you shouldn't want to be overweight. Yeah, that sounds simple. And for some people, that might be their motivating factor, point blank, period. But for others, they're just like, I've been overweight for 20 years. What's 21? Or like, you just that way we can really find individually what helps that specific person. So here's a perfect example, and I'll use myself, right? I'm a whole certified, educated, degree holding, personal trainer, but I struggle with my motivation on exercise as well.
Wow.
And that's real life. I do, again, been in the industry 14 years and I still struggle. Right. So my body right now during this coronavirus is a lot different than it was when I was going to the gym, because another reason for me to go to the gym is because I liked it. I liked lifting more than the boys in the gym. It just made me feel good. I have a bad ego problem, but it just made me feel good, and that was another, like, let me go show these little boys up, or, because I'm getting older now and I'm squatting more than these little kids out here. So, but now that I'm not going to the gym, I'm not getting cooties, you know what I mean? Like, cause I'm not, God forbid, even if I did get coronavirus, I know I wouldn't die from it, but I do have family members that I go visit that are higher risk.
Yeah.
And so if I want to visit my newborn nephew, my mom and my dad, or my 94-year-old grandma who'll be 95 in January, like, if I want to go visit those people, my going to the gym is going to put them at risk.
Yeah.
So in that situation, my why not go to the gym outweighs my why.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so being at home, is a lot harder to continue. And it's getting cold. We don't want to run out. There are a lot of why nots that stack up in my column from time to time. So one thing that I do that kind of helps me stay on track is I realize what can give me more whys. Right. So I know I don't have any health issues. I don't have any medical problems. I don't have any, super serious, crazy love handles or even a college reunion coming up where I would need to do it. So I don't really have a need. Right. So I've got to give myself a need. I've got to be able to add more, check marks in that why column. So what I often do is I sign up for competitions. I started powerlifting 2 years ago. Actually, in 2019, it's 2020 now. So I started powerlifting in 2019. And I said, I can do this. I like lifting. Why not? This will help keep me in the gym. It'll help make me go harder. It'll give me a challenge to accomplish. So me saying I'm going to sign up for my powerlifting competition on this date, me signing up for a competition gave me a whole bunch of whys. I
Yeah.
had to get a onesie. I need my butt to look good in a onesie. Okay. I didn't want to go out there and be the weakest person there, no matter the age category. So I had a lot of whys.
Yeah.
Powerlifting competition, it made me go. Right. Then I was just like, oh, I won gold medal in the first one. Okay, the first one didn't really count. Then I was like, all right, that was a fluke. Let me do the second one. The second one won gold medal too. And I kept getting more and more reasons like, okay, this is just beginner's luck. Let me go to the state competition.
Oh, yeah.
Went to the state competition. I have a real bad ego problem, remember, but I'm using that negative aspect of myself for the positive.
Yeah.
So I use my ego because I like things, I like winning, and I signed up for the state competition, which made me work harder.
Yeah.
And I won, which is freaking awesome, right?
Yep.
But what that did was I kept adding to my why category, right? I won state. I was just like, this is great. I'm not good enough to go to nationals, so I'm not going to nationals. But what else can I do? Oh, I've been wanting to do a bikini competition. Hey, I'm in super good shape now. Let me keep going to get in bikini shape. Then I added something else. So I created a snowball effect, and I kept having kind of little pit stops that add more whys.
Yeah.
So that for me and for many that are motivated by whether it be competition or anything external, like that can be a real powerful tool, because that way I am making sure that my whys always outweigh my why nots.
Yeah.
Now fast forward 2020, right? I'm not going to the gym. I'm not doing powerlifting competitions. I'm not doing bikini competitions. I now have love handles, just a little bit, but they're still there.
Oh dear.
So my why nots have outweighed my whys at this moment in my life. And I'm here to say that that's okay for now. Okay for now, right? I just started riding my bike outside, kind of doing long rides, right? I did that on last Thursday. And today, well, actually like last Friday. And today is Tuesday. And guess what? There's 3 inches of snow on the ground. So it's just like, oh, well, it's cold outside. That's a why not. So there are always things in our life that we will have to juggle. But the goal is to seek to find things that I can add to my why category. Like I would use my dogs, especially in the warmer weather. I would use my dogs as an excuse to go work out. So I would take my dog on a run every day for 2 miles.
Yeah.
That was my excuse. I'm not doing that for myself because I don't have a competition, but I don't want my dogs to be fat. I want my dogs to be healthy. I want them to live long and healthy lives. So I'm doing this for them. So that became more of a why that kind of pushed me over the edge.
Yeah.
So those two things right there, that proper preparation, not just buying the sports bras, not just the gym membership, not just the researching a certain coach or whatever, or the cute little fitness outfits. That's not really preparation. That's kind of the icing. But the preparation and the foundation really starts off with that why versus why not.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm so happy how you mentioned always adding to it, because that is where, sometimes you start something, you do it for 21 days, maybe you lose a couple pounds, and then, oh yeah, I'm done, because you didn't really add to that why, because yes, I wanted to do it for 21 days and I may have reached my goal, but I need to revise it. So it's an ongoing thing. It's not a one-time thing. Wow, that's awesome. But let's talk also about maybe people like me who feel like, oh, I'm not a sports person. I'm a girly girl. I don't like sports. And I hear myself say it all the time. People like me who feel like, no, it's just not us. Is it a mindset problem? Do we have to work on our mindset? Or, how can we get over that block? of thinking that sports is not a thing?
Mm-hmm. Now, that's a great question, because that right there goes right into that why not category.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to do this because I'm a girly girl. And this makes it a little bit harder, right? So
Yeah.
now we got to think about, how can I put another notch in my why, or how can I eliminate that from the why not, right? So now we go to the, okay, how can I be girly and work out, right?
Mm.
You know,
Yep.
some guys love to see a woman in the gym sweating. Some guys
Yep.
love that. Some guys love to see a woman that's working on herself outside of just buying bags and buying hair and buying nails. And, you know, some guys love that, you know. But even when it comes to self-love, right? You know, we talk about self-care, right? Well, we put ourselves in a situation where we say, okay, yes, I don't like sports because I'm a girly girl, but I see this really cute outfit, you know, this really cute sports bra. Oh, this sports bra can match my nails. This outfit can match
Yeah.
this. And you can still be dainty and girly and get it, you know? So it's just about finding that thing in the why not category and solving the problem.
Yeah.
Because if the
Yeah.
problem is, I'm too girly, then okay, let's make exercise girly. Let's make it sexy. Let's make it cute, you know?
Yep. 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 Wow. So how about, women like me, or I'll say a lot of the women that I coach who have big goals. We are goal driven. So everything we're doing, we're setting big goals. So, when we want to do exercises, like, oh, I want to work out 3 times a week for 1 hour each. And we put that big goal ahead of us. And then we started, and then eventually it's like, well, this wasn't going to be so easy. So I think I'm going to let it go for now.
Uh-huh.
How can we deal with that? That tendency to set those big goals, how can we work it out so that we can actually reach the goals, but do it in a proper way so we don't give up?
Right. Excellent.
Yeah.
So I'll use an example and then I'll tie it together, right? So most high performing women, right, have financial goals.
Yeah.
Okay. So we look at our bank account. I look at mine every single day.
Yeah.
Some men look at it every week. You know, I want to see what transaction came out. I want to see what's happening, right?
Yeah.
So we look at our bank accounts daily, weekly, whatever. And when that check hits, we're like, okay, this is why I'm going to work. This is why I deal with this headache. This is why I'm here. This is why whatever, right? So we have that constant reaffirming of why we're going through the headache of work. You deal with your boss, you deal with your coworkers, you deal with your team, your staff, whatever. But that check hits and you're like, oh, that's why I'm doing this, right? Now, when that check hits, again, that's an affirmation, right? So what happens if we create the affirmation for our bodies, for our health?
Wow.
Right? So what I mean is saying, like, okay, there's a reason why you go back to work. You're not just quitting because A, you got to pay bills. B, you might like the check, or you might even not like how high it is, but it's covering your bills. So there are reasons why, right? So what would happen if we were to stare ourselves butt naked in the mirror every single day in the morning? If I look at myself, I see, okay, yeah, I need to work out. I need to fix that. You know, I love myself. This is great. I love my body. I love myself. This is amazing, but I can't improve. And I know that I can't improve. So if I look at myself every day, butt naked in the mirror, I have a reminder of why I should keep this exercise thing going. Right. So again, if you check your bank account daily and it reminds you to keep going because you're almost at your mark, keep going, whatever. It's the same thing with your body.
Yeah.
Or the same thing with the scale or whatever measurement you may use. So if we have something that we can keep present in our minds as a constant reminder of why to do it versus the why not, then that would make it that much more important and make it that much easier to actually stick to it. Because if you, how many times, and there have been so many people that don't look at themselves from here down. right? You go to the bathroom, you stand at the bathroom counter, and
Yeah.
all you see is kind of maybe ribs up or chest up or whatever. And that's all you see.
Mm,
Or if you get out the shower, you have a towel on. So you never truly look at yourself. So
mm,
you really don't have something that is a constant reminder, right,
yeah.
of yourself. Now, others constantly reminding you may not be beneficial because you may
Mm,
get upset with them, be defensive, so on and so forth. But
mm-hmm.
you having that honest look in the mirror on a daily basis is a daily reminder.
Yeah.
It's a daily reminder that, okay, this is why I'm doing this. Oh,
Yeah.
did that get smaller? Did my love handle, did that go away? This is a reminder as to why I keep going.
Yeah.
Like in my program, we do progress photos every 3 weeks, right? So I have my guys and my girls stand in the mirror, sports bra on and little tight shorts or boy shorts on, take pictures front, side, and back. So I'm
Wow.
holding them accountable because I see it, but more importantly, they see it.
Yeah.
They see why they're still working. And sometimes they might say, oh, well, coach, I don't see any change. Then I go and take their most recent progress photo and I put it up against their first one. And I do a side
Mm,
by side comparison. And they're able to say, oh, wow, I'm
yeah.
not where I want to be, but wow, I sure have come somewhere.
Yep.
And that's that reminder to keep going like, hey, you've been successful.
Mm,
Let's stay successful. Keep on going. So the way to stop not working out or stopping in your workout progress or program is to put yourself in a situation where you are constantly affirming the need for the goal.
yeah. 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 So that makes a lot of sense because usually we set the goal and we haven't done that why and the why not. So the goal doesn't really have a meaning. That's what it is.
Yeah, it has
The
no
goal
depth.
doesn't really have a deep meaning.
Yep.
So that is why we go for a week or two and we are like, yeah, I'm done. Because at this
Mhm.
point, it looks like the goal didn't really have a lot of whys.
Yeah,
So the
it has
whys and the
no
why
depth or no
nots.
meaning, no value. We
Yeah.
got to associate value with the goal.
Yep. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right. So let's talk about coronavirus. And,
Right.
a lot of us are scared and we don't want to go out there. So, how can we work out? What are things we could do at home to still
Mhm.
stay healthy and still get our workout in? And even if it's, give us a few tips here and there. I like practical stuff. Yeah.
Well, I've heard of this amazing person called Coach Cailah, and she has some wonderful fitness
Hey.
programs. I'm just saying, this lady, she just super cool. She gives you a lot of information. Um, but the coolest thing is that the tools are there.
Yeah.
So you can start off as small as YouTube.
Yeah.
Go on to YouTube, find somebody on YouTube that you can associate with, find the beginner workout program, find the intermediate homework, whatever, type that in on YouTube, right? And then you'll have literally millions of videos that'll pop up for
Yeah.
a workout that you can do. Let's say beginner workout with knee problems.
Mm,
Hey, it's on YouTube. Somebody has done it, right? You might see me, you might not, and that's okay, right? But that's the easiest way to start. Now,
yeah.
if you're looking for accountability, if you're looking for someone to kind of walk you through the process, someone to hold you accountable, then again, man, there's this lady named Coach Cailah. She's so awesome. you know I've just heard so many good things about her. There are these cool programs. She runs a whole company called Design Your Body Academy,
Yep.
and it's like a whole academy that teaches people how to design their individual bodies the way God intended. It's just mind-blowing. But no, seriously, like, again, like, look into what I do.
Mm,
I literally help people design the body of their dreams and the body that God intended for us to have.
yeah.
And that is through nutrition. That
Yep.
is through fitness. I run a 12-week program. My next opening will be enrollment will open January 11th. Okay,
Okay.
and the program official start date will be February 1st. But that's for my 12-week challenge. That's kind of So 12-week challenge, you get 6 meal plans, of healthy meals that, again, taste good. 3 of them are low carb, if that's what you like. 3 are low fat. So you have different options for things that can really help you drop fat and drop weight. You're also going to get amazing workouts that for home or gym, whichever program that you choose, that'll be heart pumping, fat burning, body sculpting exercises. So you can have someone like me, or preferably me, that can walk you through the program, right? And it'll be a whole challenge starting off, like we said earlier, 12-week start off. 12-week challenge, right? Or I also do an elite online program. And that's where we do this one-on-one individual coaching, where we hop on. We have strategy sessions throughout the week. We have virtual training sessions where you and I are in our living room sweating and grunting and pushing through, and I'm working on your form and your technique. So you have that personal accountability. I write your meal plans. We do nutrition. So it's very individual, very intimate, and very specific. So sometimes you might be at the point where you're beyond YouTube videos, where you might, you can do it, but you need a little help actually doing it. Like, are you even doing it right? How many you do? Are you improving? Are you progressing? That's when it's time to actually employ a professional and let them do their job, right? Let them do what they're here for, what they do well, and that thing is helping. So the easiest way, step 1, start off on YouTube. Start off with the free version, start off with the free plan, see what you can do on your own. If you need help with accountability, with motivation, or you need help with something specific for you, then go on and look into a professional program.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because sometimes you're at a point where it's like, hey, you can't figure it out. You might as well pay somebody to help you to do it. Invest in yourself. I always say it. Exactly.
Invest in self.
Wow, this has been very eye-opening because I never thought that there was a lot of mindset that goes into exercise. I thought it was just about going to the gym every day and working out, and that's it. So no wonder I do it for a week or 2 and I'm done with it, because I haven't done the deep mindset stuff. So it looks like I have to come sign up on your program because I need to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. We take it with everything, like if you look at finances, we don't just say, hey, I want to build more wealth. We actually look into, where do I start? What's best for me? Do I need an IRA? Do I need a 401? What do I have? Like we actually look at those specific details, but because we think we know health and exercise, we just kind of, I just need to go work out. And that's where we fail, when we haven't really started with the whys, the why nots. We don't understand what our body needs. The body may need differently than what we understand. So sometimes we got to reach out, reach out for that help that we need, that can bring to that next level.
Yep. All right. So before you go, what are your last words to us?
I think the most powerful thing that we talked about today is building that chart of why and why not. Right. So understanding that my whys should always outweigh my why nots if I want to be successful. And if there's a point, whether on my new beginning exercise journey or in the continuation of my exercise journey, that my why nots outweigh my whys, let me address those why nots. Let me sit down, let me get with a coach, a life coach, a health coach, and talk to them and figure out, okay, well, help me understand why I'm blocking myself from doing this. Right. But again, your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit. Like it's not our own, so we can worship and respect and show gratitude to the Lord by caring for our bodies in the proper way. A lot of people take that scripture and they think about just fornication, right? Like that's a part of it. We don't want to transgress against ourselves. But again, I want to show God that I appreciate his gift. Our body is the most intricate gift that he has given us. So how dare we as Christians, as followers, as believers, let that most intricate, that most powerful, that most precious physical gift that God has given us just fall by the wayside?
Yeah, that's true.
So there are so many ways we can take it, but whatever way we can add to the why category, doesn't matter. We got to do it, so why versus why not, and then I'll leave you guys with this. Look in the mirror daily, butt naked. Tell yourself, I love yourself. I love myself. I love me, right?
Mm,
Look in the mirror, tell yourself that. But
mm.
also, don't be afraid to say, I love myself and I've got some work to do.
Yeah. Wow. That is awesome. What are your social media handles and your websites and all that? Because I'm sure a lot of the listeners and people watching on YouTube would want to reach out to you. And I'm going to put the links anyways, but just tell us.
Absolutely. Yeah, guys, it's everything is Coach Cailah. Cailah is spelled Cailah. So Twitter at Coach Cailah, Instagram, Coach Cailah, whatever else. If you type in Coach Cailah, you'll find me. My channel is Health and Success Made Simple. So I also have a podcast. I changed my podcast title, but it's now Nutrition and Fitness Made Simple with Coach Cailah. So if you type in my name, you'll find me. Definitely, guys, check out my website, right? It's
Mm.
coachcailah.com. There's some amazing information up there, and all of those links and handles and everything. But yeah, I have the 12-week challenge. If you're interested, pop in and see if I'm enrolling at that time. Or if you want something a little more intimate, a little more personal and specific to you, then apply for my elite coaching program, and we can see if we'll be a good fit for improving on that aspect of your life. And I'd love to help. I'd love to help.
Yep. Wow. This episode has been very eye-opening because for me, I thought that exercise was just about buying the right gym shoes and clothes and just signing up for the gym and going. But today, Coach Cailah has made us aware that we need to do that mindset shifts first, even before we think about buying our exercise kits and signing up for the gym. And that there's a three-step thing that she told us. She said, first of all, we have to identify our why. Why do we need to do this exercise thing? And the second thing is identify our why nots. What are our why nots? Why don't we want to do it? And why do we think that it's not for us? And then the third thing is to turn the why nots into why. So figure out a way to transform those why nots. So if something is a why not, try to find an answer to that why not and turn it into a why. Because when the whys outweigh the why nots, then we can be successful in introducing exercise into our busy lives so we can live more healthy, stress-free, burnout-free lives. Thank you so much for joining us for today's episode. Again, this is Brew, your life balance strategist. I look forward to talking to you next week. Take care.